So here's a quick update on the crypto markets, the crypto astrology. Now, crypto has not been doing very well recently. There has been a string of bad news that have led to a big sell-off and a big correction really across the board. All the coins, the memes that were doing so well and all the major alts as well, everything really has been going down. And I was actually aware that this was going to happen. And because there was a constellation which was very, very clear that this was going to happen. In my previous video, there was a comment. I can show you this actually here. Somebody said here, Ajay Singh, he asked, when crypto markets, Dr. V, when are crypto markets going to go for a big correction or drop? And I answered here, there are some very difficult aspects coming up in July. I will make a video on it once we get closer. But then, you know how things go. I didn't actually get to making that video due to some special circumstances. As you can see, I'm in a completely new place and studio, which had something to do with this. And as I said, it was quite clear from the constellations that something like this was going to happen. Namely, what was I talking about? Let me show you this here. So the chart, I'm just looking here. This is not the Bitcoin chart or anything. This is just the transits, right? The general time quality, which is what financial astrologers do. As a financial astrologist, you first look at the general time quality before you even look at specific asset charts. And sometimes that tells you everything you need to know. In this case, as I have shown in my long video as well, where I had a pretty long video on this, the crypto market, overall crypto market, as well as Bitcoin specifically, is ruled by Uranus, right? Uranus is in a conjunction with Mars right now, right? But even more importantly, this exact degree here, this is the degree which has the fixed star Algol. The fixed star Algol, which is from Arabic Al-Ghul, Al-Ras Al-Ghul, which is the head of the giant or the head of the monster, right? Which is one of the most malefic influences in the fixed star astrology, probably the most malefic influence in fixed stars, right? So Uranus being there does not bode well for the asset class that's ruled by Uranus. And this is exactly what I had seen, right? When I said this now 2 months ago, at that time it was still, we were just doing really well and we had just gone on a big peak, which I had predicted as well with the exact timing. I didn't predict the how high it would go. That's not something that you can really do, but you can predict the general direction and the timing most of the times, right? So, which is what I did in a previous video. And at that time, I'd already seen that the coming, this coming conjunction, which took place here, you can see this in May, it started, right? May it started, and then in June, because Algol is on 25 Taurus, right? And in June, now it's exact here. This is exact now with Uranus being on 25 Taurus, right? And then the malefic, Mars is a malefic, right? Mars brings usually accidents and of the kind, things of the kind of anything that's harsh and hot, is to do with Mars. Mars is coming on here, so around these days, mid-July, we might actually expect some more bad news, right? Some more surprising bad news around crypto in the next, I would say now, basically until next week speaking, right? And we should brace yourself for some further impact, potentially going further down based on those bad news, right? And, don't be leveraged. And how long is this going to last, right? Is this now, when are we getting out of this? So unfortunately, this is a longer term thing because you see, I'm going to go ahead here. Uranus goes ahead and then back again onto Algol and then goes back so into 25. We're here on early 25. It's just kind of hovering around that spot there, right? Around this spot with 25 Taurus, right? It's kind of going back and forth. And this is in April 25. It's still there. This is the last hit next year, right? And then going out, right? And then going out and then actually going onto a very auspicious fixed star here in the first degree of Gemini, right? Which is another story. So next summer, August, September, that's a glorious constellation. Comes a glorious time coming here for crypto, right? Here with this constellation that you can see here. And I have a longer video on this, which is very, very very, very beautiful and promising time for the peak of the current cycle that we're in right now, right? So, but does that mean that what's going to happen until then? Until August, September 25, right? Until that, what's going to happen until then? Are we just going to go sideways? Are we going to go down, right? So that's in question that probably a lot of you are asking yourselves right now. And we're going to have to look more carefully in the coming months when I'm going to go deeper into upcoming transits. For now, though, I can tell you that the harsh effects of this Algol conjunction, they're going to play out now. So we're going to hear some bad stuff about regulations, right? And SEC cracking down and Germany suddenly discovering thousands of Bitcoins or Mount Gox giving people, this was what happened now the last couple of weeks, but there's going to be other news, right? New news coming up. Still, we're not through this yet. Yeah, it's not over. And that's going to go for a while with Algol, kind of asserting its influence on Uranus. But then we've got something very interesting here coming in the second part of 24 here, which is this triangle here that you can see, Uranus to Neptune to Pluto, right? And this is, I can read this as corresponding and correlating with a big push in virtual realities, right? Because Neptune is virtual reality, Neptune with Uranus together, and they're getting into this beautiful sextile with the Pluto in there as well, this kind of a talent triangle, which means very easy and smooth transformation of society towards more social worldviews, new aesthetic worldviews, technologically driven. That means virtual reality, immersive reality. And in the crypto space, so actually I can't tell you the exact coins and the exact projects, obviously, that will be involved with this. But it's very clear to me here that we're going to see a burst of energy innovation and transformative adoptions in metaverse, in gaming especially, right? Gaming and metaverse, and these two are very, very important for crypto. Memes as well, right? Memes, because memes are also part of the imaginary fantasy kind of world that is also indicated with Uranus and Neptune. So this is what I can tell you in this second part of the year. Not so much the infrastructures and the material resources, the tokenization of resources and so on that we had with April and May with BlackRock, going into that space. But much more for the second part of the year. I'm seeing much more here. GameFi and memes still definitely, right? And metaverse as well, right? Being big and getting some big pushes in development. But what does that mean for the overall crypto market? Obviously, if Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. So it's not, it's not really helpful that there's a little bit of movement in one of the niches, right? In one of the, specific subsectors. And as I said, with Algol's influence continuing here, this is still going to go on. So we have to brace ourselves for a longer sideways motion, slightly down motion, maybe even down to the lower 50s, the 48s, right? But again, I'm not sure. I can't tell you about the actual numbers. I can only see the overall directions and the overall time qualities, right? Not the actual numbers. That's a different process, right? Okay. So quick recap, in July, we're still going to get some action downward, right? We're still going to probably get some bad news, unfortunately, coming for the crypto space. After that, sideways recovery in the second part of the year, Q3, Q4. We're going to see a lot of metaverse, GameFi, And memes still, especially around election time, American elections, I think memes might have some word to say in that, right? Memes might play a role and get some energy out of that. And then it's really, a waiting game. It's a waiting game, right? So better times are going to come, good times are going to come, glorious times are going to come for the crypto space, but we have to wait. So I hope that helps. And until next time, be well, be blessed.